wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurhazatul Azri Mutahamdan and my group members are.
Hi, my name is Nur Afrika binti Ismail and my name is Nur Atira binti Abi Salim and my name is Putri Naimah binti Megat Abu Sama.
My name is Nur Syahirah binti Muhammad Syakir.
Okay guys, today we will discuss about chapter 4. So we'll make the checklist about the topic in chapter 4. Okay, so for computer memory system.
Okay, done.
Cache memory principle.
Done.
Element of cache design.
Done.
Pentium 4 cache organization.
Okay, done.
Performance characteristic of two-level memory.
Yes, I know about this performance. Reference is made to a cache that acts as a buffer between main memory and processor, creating a two-level internal memory. Two-level architecture exploits a property known as a locality to provide improved performance over a comparable one-level memory. Main memory cache machine is part of the computer architecture implemented in hardware, typically invisible to the operating system. In this appendix, we look at some of performance characteristics of two-level memory that are common to all three approaches.
Thank you, Shaira.
Thank you. Okay, I want to explain you about a locality. Locality is to provide improved performance over a comparable one-level memory. So, the locality is related to between performance two-level memory and one-level memory. Okay. Okay, for locality, we have two part, which is virtual memory and disk cache. Okay, locality of reference divided by two, temporal locality and spatial locality. Okay, for temporal locality, it show a period, slow period of time. For spatial locality is a long period of time. So I want to explain to you about the temporal of locality. Okay, temporal of locality is the processor primarily working with fixed cluster of memory references. Okay, did you get it?
Oh, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, this is the relative dynamic frequency of high-level language operation. So, from this table we can look HUCK 83, KNUT 71, PATT at 2A and 10 78. So this is the name of the study language workload. Okay, you can see and research the table at the COA books, page 183. Okay, characteristic of two-level memories. Okay, for typical access time ratios, main memory cache, main memory versus cache. For virtual memory, main memory versus disk. For disk cache, main memory versus disk. Okay, for memory management system, for main memory cache is implemented by special hardware. For virtual memory, combination of hardware and system software. And for disk cache, system software only. Typical block of page size 4 to 128 bytes. And for virtual memory, and it's for disk cache. Okay, next, access of processor to second level. Direct access for main memory, indirect access for virtual memory, and indirect access for disk cache.
Locality is the basis for the performance advantage of a two-level memory is a principle known as locality of reference. This principle states most memory reference tend to cluster over a long period of the time. The cluster in use change, but over a short period of time, the processor is primarily working with fixed clusters of memory reference. Intuitively, the principles of locality make sense. Consider the following line of reasoning. First, except for branch and call instructions, which constitute only a small fraction of n program instructions. Program execution is sequential, hence, in most cases, the next instruction to be fetched immediately follows the last instruction fetched. Second, it is rare to have a long uninterrupted sequence of procedure calls followed by the corresponding sequence of returns. Rather, a program remains confined to a rather narrow window of procedure. Rather, a program remains confined to a rather narrow windows of procedure invocation depth. Thus, over a short period of time, reference to instructions tend to be localized to a few procedures. Third, most interactive constructs consist of a relatively small number of instructions repeat many times for the duration of the iteration. Computation is therefore confined to a small contiguous portion of a program. And now, I will explain to you the call return behavior that shows in figure 4.20. Each call is represented by the line moving down and to the right, and each return by the line moving up and to the right. In the figure, a window with a depth equal to 5 is defined, and only a sequence of calls and return with a net movement of 6 in either direction, right or left, as the window to move. As you can be seen, the executing programs can remain on a stationary window for long period of time. A study by the same analysis of Pascal program showed that window of depth 8 will need to shift only on less than 1% of the calls or returns.
Okay, can you explain to us what is the operation of two-level memories?
Two-level memory is a locality property can be exploited in the formation of two-level memory. Upper level memory M1 is smaller, faster and expensive per bit than the lower level M2. M1 is used as a temporary store for the contents of the larger M2. When a memory reference is met, an attempt is made to access an item in M1. If this success, then a quick access is made. If not, then a block of the memory location is copied from M2 to M1, and the access then takes place via M1. Because of location once a block is brought into M1, this should be a number of access to location in that block, resulting in fast overall service. To express the average time to access an item, we must consider not only the speed of the two levels of memory, but also the probability that a given reference can be found in M1. So, this is the formula.
This
This is the average access time as a function of heat ratio. Ts equal to H times T1 plus 1 minus H times T1 plus T2 equal to T1 times 1 minus H times T2.
Oh, what does T1H stands for? TS?
Ts is average system access time.
H?
H is refer for heat ratio.
Oh,
Heat radio.
ratio or radio?
Radio.
Okay.
Oh.
And T1?
T1 is access time of M1. For example, is cache and disk cache.
Then?
Then lastly, T2 is access time of M2. For example, main memory and disk.
Okay.
That's a formula as can be seen. For a high percentage of heat, the average total access time is much closer to that of M1 than M2. Okay, that's all for operation level of two-level memory.
Alright. What about the performance?
Okay, for the performance, let's look at the parameters which relevant to the assessment of a two-level memory mechanism. First, consider cost. By using this formula, CS is the average cost per bit for the combined two-level memory equal to C1S1, which this stands for average cost per bit of the upper level memory. We consider it as M1, and this S1 is size of the upper level memory, plus with C2S2. This is the average cost per bit of the lower level memory, and this one is the size of the lower level memory over with S1 plus S2. We would like CS approximately equal to C2, and given that C1 is much more than C2, so S1 must less than S2. Okay, this is the example of relative combined cost CS over C2 against relative size of two levels S2 over S1 graph. This line represents C1 over C2 equals to 10, while this line represents C1 over C2 equal to 100, and this line represents C1 over C2 equal to 1000. Okay, next, it consider access time for a two-level memory to provide a significant performance improvement. Okay, TS should approximately equal to T1. Given that T1 is much less than T2, a heat ratio of close to 1 is needed. So, M1 must be
small to hold down cost and large to improve the heat ratio and therefore the performance.
Is there a size of M1 that satisfies both requirements to a reasonable extent?
Okay, we can answer this question with a series of subsequent questions, such as what value of heat ratio is needed so that Ts is approximately equal to T1, or what size of M1, which is upper memory, will assure the needed heat ratio, or does this size satisfy the cost requirement? Okay, to get at this, consider the quantity T1 over Ts, which is referred to as the access efficiency. Okay, it is a measure of how close average access time is to M1 access time. Okay, this one is equal to 1 over 1 plus 1 minus H times T2 over T1. Okay. Naimah, can you explain about the access efficiency as a function of heat ratio?
Oh, that is easy, but not so easy, but I can explain briefly to you. Okay, this question, what you have questioned to me, the function of the heat ratio with the quantity T2 over T1 as a parameter. Typically, on chip cache, access time is about 25 to 50 times faster than main memory access. This can be said like this. If you use cache, the information or the data will be more faster to be received, reached, because if you use main memory, the time will be a bit long to reach or to receive the data. Okay, it will be clearly explained by this figure. This figure is access efficiency as a function of heat ratio. On the vertical line, it stands for axis efficiency, which is T1 over Ts. For the horizontal, it stands for heat ratio, which is H. Okay, so in this figure, there is use R as a variable. R is stand for T2 over T1. Okay, when the T1 over Ts is 0.001, the R is 1000. When it is on 0.01, the R is 100. For 0.1, R is 10. Which is here, the R is 1.
Okay, thank you.
This phenomenon can be explained by the figure which suggests the effect that locality has on the heat ratio. Clearly shown in here is M1 and M2 are in the same size. Then heat ratio is 1.0, which M2 is stored in M1, so no locality can be shown because the reference are completely random. Heat ratio will be in linear towards relative memory size, so strong locality produced indicate the figure as it achieve high value heat ratio. Said before, this phenomenon can be explained by using this figure. So from this, the higher of the value is 1.0. Then if no locality, so the line will go linear. For moderate locality, so the line will be a bit curved. So for the strong locality, it will be more curved, more stick. So we can see the difference between no locality, moderate,
and strong locality.
Oh, I see.
A cache in the range of 1K to 128K words is generally adequate, whereas main memory in the gigabyte range. When we consider virtual memory and disk cache show that small m1 yield high value of hit ratio because of locality.